Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Right now I'm talking to you on my phone because all my batteries for my camera need to be charged. So they're doing that. So I thought I might as well continue on and do a chat. Now, I want to talk to you about this little button. Now, for someone has brittle diabetes like myself, this button has been a lifesaver. It's got a necklace tightener, for lack of a better term, so you can wear it at any length. Now, when I press the button, it's about 30 to 40 seconds usually by the time someone answers. And if I'm unable to answer or they can't hear me, they're going to be sending help. Now, another part of this whole system is you've got to have, I think, at least 2, there could be more, people who will respond if there is an emergency. And mine has worked quite well. Now, I also have 2 people that really kind of take care of my power of attorney and everything. So they are called if they need to come and talk to me or talk to arrange care or whatever. Anyway, the third part of this whole thing is I have a numerical lock on my door so that if someone comes, they can get in. Now, BC Ambulance, police, and fire all have this passcode. It's worked. A lot of times, I am passed out, or I'm sort of half there, half not, and I can't really think, or I'm making weird weird moaning noises. I was trying to put them all together. And as such, this has been a godsend. Now, if you don't want to go out and spend, I think it was $110 or whatever for the automatic door lock, then you could get keys. Keys will work just as well. Now, the lady who comes, if she gets called, has a passcode, and my friends have a passcode into this building, or into here. So, really quite important that for your backup people, you A, have people that you trust, B, have people that don't mind if they get woken up at night. Now, the company that runs this here is actually part of the Fraser Health system. And they do a fairly great job. You don't have to go with Philips Lifeline. I'm not saying, oh, go with Philips Lifeline or blah, 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 blah. There's a number of different agencies in different locations that run this service. So make sure that your company will respond in time, that they're professional, and if they don't live up to what they say they're going to, make sure you have the option to just kick them out. Now, myself, being a brittle diabetic, and I know there's a few of you out there who are also a brittle diabetic, and if you live alone, you need to have something like this. You have a base station. For myself, it's in the kitchen, and if somebody needs help, they press the side button. And they're able to talk to the ambulance. They don't have to bother calling 911. And as I come around, I know I've hear, phones ringing and a whole bunch of things. Now, if they feel that you're really unstable, they'll pretty well just ship you off to the hospital. I've had that happen. But they will also, if there is a medical problem that is, they've got you stabilized. And like for me, I don't always go to the hospital every time I have a severe low, because the hospitals really don't do anything for us. And I don't mean that derogatory. We go in, we take up a bed, and we just sort of sit there and wait until they say, oh yes, well, you could go home now. When hospital emergencies are so jam-packed. But if I'm slow coming around or such, and when I press the button, I get a lady from Fraser Health or Philips Lifeline or wherever they're calling from, come and say, hi, this is blah, blah, blah from Fraser Health. Mike, how can I help you? And again, if I'm unable to speak or I'm not forming words good enough, then they will send help. And usually what I get first is I get the fire department. And the fire department comes in and they'll read my glucometer. And I'm actually a little high right now. 59 right now, just so you guys could see. Maybe I'll start doing that at the beginning of each video. And they can't do a blood sugar to me, which is idiotic if they come upon a scene of a diabetic, but they will usually give me some form of sugar, whether it's Coke or peanut butter and honey on toast, or whatever, cake frosting or whatever we have. And then usually by the time the ambulance comes, they do vitals and they say, "Do you want to go to the hospital?" And my answer by then is, "God, no." And for the reasons I said earlier. And, you know, I just think that if I feel stable enough that I should stay home. First of all, it's easier to get me back home if I never leave. Imagine that. But people need to deal with their own comfort level. If you want to go, make sure everything's okay, more power to you. Go and do it. But for myself, I know I feel a lot more comfortable being at home. And I've usually only do it once a night. Whether it be like 5 in the afternoon or 2:30 in the morning. But I only do it usually once, so there's less chance of recurring. Someone from home support will be here in the morning. So there's never any sort of hours that I'm going to be left alone. So take a look at these. There's many different companies out there. I'm sure you've seen them advertised online. You know, there's the old one that says, "I've fallen and I can't get up." That works just as well too. So get the help you need when you need it, and I would suggest an automatic door lock if you live alone. Talk to you later. Bye now.
This is just really